Absolute Bane has an insane origin story, so with that being said, let's get right into this issue. So boom, it starts off with Bane pulling up to Gotham, and in the background we hear Alfred saying his regrets about how he should have warned Bruce. We were in the Batmobile, crossing the bay to that terrible place, and I started to tell you about him, but when you turned to me, I just froze and wished you good luck instead. Good luck? Like an old fool. I'll pull up that panel just in case y'all forgot. The truth is, I was afraid, maybe of just naming him, making him real, conjuring him up. Damn. But now he's here and he's coming for you at this very moment. Wherever you are, kid, I'm sorry. This is what I should have told you that night. It's the story of Bane and how he breaks your back. Pause, but damn. We then see this guy staring at flames in the back, surrounded by all type of ass. The story of Bane begins on an island named Santa Prisca. Bane's father is a rebel leader, so he was born during all this conflict. They've been fighting off the Spanish, Dutch, French for years because their island is rich with what the world wants. His dad's rebel group, the Cielo Libres, has been fighting for Santa Prisca's freedom for 100 years. First it was led by his granddad, then his father, and now him. Their flag shows Santa Prisca's national bird. It's called the Quetzal, a species that dies in captivity, rising high into the sky. Bane's dad told his son, one day soon, when we have one piece, that bird will fly free. Can you see it, my boy? So Bane closed his eyes, but he saw no vision. But since he loves this island with every cell in his body, he told him, yes, father, I see it. As you can see in the background, their rebel group got cooked. More foreign troops came in and the rebellion was crushed. All surviving members were sentenced to life in Penadoro. Bane and his dad are now locked up. 1 year passed, then 2. But even then, Bane's dad was still hopeful. Peace will never be won. They will never break us. Every night, the cold tides flooded the cells, and hella dead things like rats washed in too. So Bane learned how to sleep hanging from the roof. He also learned how to pick jigger fleas from his skin in the morning. He even started eating rats for the protein. One day, he got access to a computer and saw how small a Quetzal actually looks. And he's like, damn, that shit look weak as hell. The Quetzal will fly, says the father. We will not break. 3 years passed, then 4. Some of the members do break and turn on the father, but Bane fights them off. 6 years pass, 7. Y'all peep Bane getting taller and swoller over time. Bane's dad tells him, can you see it? The bird's flying free. 8 years pass, 9. Bane closes his eyes and remembers his own bird, the one he made of white fire, the skull of its back. So he told his pops, yes, father. Back in modern day Gotham, the curfew patrol looks down the alley and sees Bane's big ass staring down at them. He grabs one of them with his big ass hands and crushes them. So the cop right next to him starts spraying his gun, but obviously that did nothing, and he killed every single one of them. After 11 years in prison, that boy named Bane is now a man, a big swole ass man, and him and the other dudes form a plan to escape. Under Bane's leadership, they made garrotes from dried up fish guts, daggers from the tails of sea roaches. With shit like that, they did the unthinkable and took the prison. So they all escape and run to the beach, but stop to look up at the sky, cause they haven't seen that shit in decades. As they climb on the boat, Bane's dad gives them something, a mask made of the flag, then tells him, you are the Quetzal, my son. You are the bird of our vision, of peace. Today is the day. Pops is crying too while he says all this. Bane says yes and puts on the mask. As they cross the bay, they think they're gonna get into a big squabble. But when they arrive, they see no tanks, no troops, just a man in a white suit with some huzz with ass. Welcome home, Bane. I have an offer for you. Believe it or not, this dude Morgan is the Joker. Bane's dad watches as he chops it up with the Joker, and he thinks to himself, bro is weird as shit. He's cracking all these jokes, but not laughing. He also could have swore he saw something moving inside the women's bellies. That definitely has something to do with why we saw Joker with babies attached to him multiple issues ago. But anyways, Bane's dad didn't know what the Joker offered Bane, but Bane ended their convo and started walking to his father while the Joker headed to his helicopter with the huzz. Seeing the man dip, the father let off a deep breath. Whew. And all he wanted to do now was hug his son. So they hug each other. Then Bane tells him,
Can you see it, Father? Your dream of peace?
The dad's like, I see it. I see it in you. Then Bane proceeds to crush his father's back, killing him. This is where the true story of Bane starts. And as an assassin, he performs these heinous acts: exploding planes, slicing the throats of journalists, slaughtering pirates at the Red Sea, and in the meantime, he slowly enhances his body. They got him on the table butt-ass naked and started injecting him with that venom. It gives him total control over all his muscles, his very cells bent to his will. But it didn't only enhance his strength, it enhanced his mind too. Now bro, smart as hell, knows every fighting method, every weapon, every battle from ancient times, strategies of Sumerian warrior kings to the most current algorithm doctrine. And now that guy is here for Bruce. We see Bane walk up to a door and unlock it, but at that moment, Batman breaks through a wall and confronts him.
Hello again.
Look how cool he looks. Our boy came prepared too. Bane hit him with a mean ass punch, making him fly back, but he let that happen. We gotta make Bane feel cocky and confident to get him right where Batman wants him, next to all these white vans. But at the moment Bane realized, boom! All them vans exploded right next to him. But when Batman looked through the smoke, he saw these red eyes. Bane is still on that ass, and he hit Bruce with a mean ass left. That haymaker got him coughing up blood. Oh, you got? Batman grabs his axe and tries to swing on Bane, but Bane takes the hit and bites Batman's arm. Then he unhands the axe from Batman's hand. Bane chokes him with one hand and raises up the axe and swings it down, slicing Batman's arm clean off. Batman tries to crawl away, but Bane is not finished.
Open your eyes.
Bane has finally became the bird from his visions. Not his father's weak-ass Quetzal, but the terrible burning thing from the night in the jungle, the white skull bird. But years later, he finally understands that that bird is a phoenix, the fire through which men are burned and reborn. And we see him slice off Batman's other arm. Bane comes to the conclusion that
Peace is death, and war is life.
He raises up Batman's logo and starts bashing his head. Please, please.
I said open your eyes.
He repeatedly slams that shit on Batman's face. Boom, 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 until that shit breaks in half and has Batman looking like a clicker from The Last of Us. After he takes this mutilated Batman back to Ark M, the doctors are like, thank you. Prep him, and they put him through a procedure that killed most of the subjects. But Batman is tough, just like Bane. But that's part of Bane's job, bringing in subjects they can make into warriors in his image, who work for the Man in White and his allies. We know of one in Russia they call the KG Beast, and there's another in the Middle East, and another one that Alfred knows too well, codenamed Deathstroke. Two W references. And they all didn't turn out like Bane, but they transformed into something new. But Bane sees himself in Batman and thinks he'll be the first one to transform exactly like him, worthy of his mask, the bird with the skull across its back. We then see that Bane returned home to Santa Prisca, and he has a happy family, a wife and children. And this island is peaceful as shit, way different from what it was like in the past. That's exactly what the Joker offered Bane, an island of peace. And it's also what they're trying to offer to Bruce by turning him into the hero Gotham needs. And we see Bruce's new Bat-Bane form. They turned bro into a demon. Psych! That would have been the timeline if Bane went after Bruce, but he didn't. Because for it to work, you have to break, or rather, to choose to break like he did. You have to break your own back and offer it up. But he knew Batman wouldn't do it. He's still out there unbroken and safe. Alfred knows it and Bane knows it. So that's why Bane didn't go to his door. He went to his homie's door instead, because he knows the real way to break Batman is to break them. Harvey, Ed, Oz, you're cooked. With this ending, Absolute, Two-Face, Riddler, and Penguin are on the way. Batman's rogues gallery is forming in the saddest way possible. Let me know your thoughts on this issue in the comments, and on that note, I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time.